Here's my thing with dumb data is that I think the concept of like breaking down skateboarding into data is like the room for growth on it is really low. Like there's only so many people in skateboarding that will be interested in hearing about like the analysis and the data of skateboarding, because most skateboarders do not give a flying about that kind of shit. Like
the last time someone overreacted this much to a forgettable joke.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Keep my name out your f***ing mouth!
Gifted Hater went on a damn near 10-minute rant talking about how lame my joke was about him on one of his recent Twitch streams.
It's so lame. Like, and I regret commenting. I shouldn't have even said anything, but like,
If you didn't see it, I spent 5 seconds in the Bera response edit taking a jab at Gifted regarding the objectively second-rate quality of the hater's tier list videos that he uses as filler content to generate revenue when there's a lack of drama in the skate scene. Gifted commented about the jab with a less than amused tone. And long story short, the most loved hater in skateboarding surprisingly doesn't like my content. But there's more important things to waste my breath on, like the third weekend in a row with 2 Battle at the Barracks matches. Judging by the same attire worn by Dion Harris and Marcos Montoya in their round 1 battle, this round 2 with Tyler Peterson appears to have taken place immediately after. Dion's declaration that this is the first battle of round 2,
Battle at the Barracks 12, first game of round 2,
also means we're not seeing these matchups in chronological order, considering the Barracks has already broadcast 4 other round 2 battles before the Tyler vs. Marcos match. The battle itself, as confirmed by the comments section, was plagued with the dreaded ambiguity that we all know and hate, the impossible, which we'll get to in a sec. Dion's cold open monologue takes a dig at the slow pace of the tournament's progression, where he states that all the skaters will be retired by the time this battle alone is published.
By the time y'all are seeing this, we're probably all retired.
The rules are read for the 386th time in order for the Barracks to milk that average view duration metric on their YouTube analytics, and before long we get a rare pre-match hug between Marcos and Tyler. Also rare was Tyler's distressed reaction from winning rock, paper, scissors, when it's usually the other way around. Nonetheless, the battle commenced in the traditional sense as per the opening kickflip from Tyler, and after a few miraculous mid-air catch corrections on Danny's part, the first letter came quickly on the nollie kickflip. Nollie kickflips are 88% consistent at Battle at the Barracks from the 567 times it's been attempted, ranking second among the 4 stances for a kickflip after the most difficult switch kickflip, which has a consistency of 84.5%. The first skater to get a letter on a nollie kickflip was Joey from Legion of Doom, missing on defense after Mark Johnson set the trick on the 21st turn. After a bit more textbook fundamentals on both offense and defense, Tyler abruptly cranks up the difficulty with a cab flip, a trick that's under 57% consistent in Battle at the Barracks. Initially a tensely quiet atmosphere loosened up to audience interaction amid the 13-trick chain of successful attempts until the defensive switch tray committed treason on Peterson for his first letter. Marcos landing the switch tray marks the 104th time a skater's landed all 4 tray flips in one match, first achieved by Jimmy Tsao in his Season 1 Round 1 win against Brian Herman. Immediately afterwards, Tyler got letter K on the backside heel, which was the match's 3rd variation of the straight 16, and is the tournament's 4th most difficult out of the 16. Marcos slipped out of a fakey varial flip on offense, after which Tyler whipped out the 55% consistent nollie backside 360 big spin, a trick that's been landed only 11 times in Battle at the Barracks and by only 4 skaters besides Tyler, including Trent McClung and Luan Oliveira with 1 defensive make each, Shane O'Neill with a couple, and Cody Cepeda dominating the 6 remaining successful attempts. The trick's difficulty would correspondingly punish Marcos with his second letter, and 1 turn later, Montoya would miss the 5th most difficult straight 16 trick at 74% consistent, the nollie frontside kickflip, getting letter A. Tyler's second attempt at the cab flip would result in the match's 3rd turnover, and Marcos commenced with an 80.5% consistent back 3 that Tyler handled safely. before Montoya successfully revisited the fakey varial flip and landed a nice hard flip that defense also covered. The 10th easiest straight 16 trick at 79% consistent, the nollie frontside heel flip, would tie the match via Tyler's defensive miss, and both parties managed the nollie backside flip and fakey frontside flip before the awkwardness began. Marcos does what is indisputably a wrapped impossible, and while his wrap might not be as pronounced or comprehensive as other impossibles, his back foot never detaches from grip tape between the pop and the landing, therefore fulfilling the requirements of what constitutes a wrapped impossible. This brings us to Tyler's quote-unquote impossible on defense, which is 100% a 360 pop shove-it, and resembles few, if any, of the qualities exhibited in Marcos's wrapped impossible. Tyler positions his feet like Marcos in the windup, and for a split second, Peterson might have some back foot contact with his board after the pop, but by the time we're heading in for the landing, Tyler's back foot is in another zip code compared to his board. The audience is quiet for what seems like 3 full seconds after Peterson lands the 3-shove before some ice-breaking applause coincides with Felipe's indecisive approval. In this battle, there was no mention of an impossible wrap rule, so it could very well be the case that this rule wasn't in effect at the time. But considering the timing of how the tournament's matches are being presented, a precedent has been set with the damn trick and wrapping your back foot around the grip tape. To make things even more controversial, Tyler getting a pass on doing a different defensive trick than what was set on offense may or may not have thrown Marcos off on his fakey hard, which was a miss and gave Tyler his third opportunity to drive in this battle. Let's be honest, a pressure heel flip is a trick you do when you're ready to end a game of skate. Something that's been done twice before with this trick by Mike Moe and Cody Cepeda, respectively. With a 64.7% consistency rate, a pressure heel isn't the hardest trick in Battle at the Barracks by any means, but Tyler's only the 6th person ever to land it in a match. And it's only been landed 10 times since Griffin Gass first introduced this eclectic retro maneuver in Season 7, Round 2. Unsurprisingly, Marcos completely whiffed on defense and got letter T, and if history's any indication, Tyler was expected to deal the match's death blow in the form of a cab big flip, but instead decides to toy with Montoya with a switch double flip, a trick Peterson's already exposed back in round 1 against Ivan Martinez. Switch double flips have a 64.29% consistency, and the trick is now responsible for ending 3 battles. The first time was back in Season 2, Round 1, when Rick Howard held on to a switch double kickflip that gave him the win over Corey Duffel. The second time was when 2 Simi Valley heavies, Tori Pudwill and Mike Moe, faced off, the former of whom stomped a switch double flip right in Moe's face as he lay on the ground in defeat, giving Tori the W. 9 seasons later, this trick ended the second Joe's battle of Round 2, and the 5th Round 2 battle overall of Season 12. Oddly enough, this is the 3rd straight Round 2 match the Barracks published that has ended in exactly 69 turns, with the prior Kianosuke, Sean, and Aurelian Joslin battles also concluding on turn 69. Chris Cole initiated the first battle of the Icons section by facing the Legion of Doom, and this match was overall a fun experience to watch. Manny calls out Barra for talking too much.
Come on, man! Alright, let's keep it clean!
And busses a cap in that ass after the match. We had a Rochambeau that went on till next week.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, wait, it's gonna test.
Damn, I've never seen this before. Alright.
There were not 1, but 2 brand new Battle at the Barracks flat ground tricks introduced in this match. The first was when Matias Del Olio came out of nowhere with a nollie bigger spin underflip, which has never been done in a match before. Even more impressively was when Chris Cole casually rolled away from a back 3 heel flip. We've seen 62 nollie back 3 heels, 11 fakie front 3 heels, 9 switch front 3 heels. Hell, we've even seen PJ land 2 regular front 3 heels on flat. But Cole's back 3 heel debut is a first. Dane Berman's backside heel with a late pivot would end up counting, technically meaning that now 2 back 3 heels have been landed, and keeping the Legion alive and leading to more tricks to watch, which included the highly questionable 360 underflip. The nuance between this trick and a regular tray flip is so small, it's harder to catch than the wrap on an impossible. Ivan Montero's make on defense was convincing in real time, and on a slow motion replay, it's difficult to say with 100% confidence that there wasn't any underflip. Berra condemned the effort, calling it ball. But Steve wasn't the ref, as Manny pointed out.
He's not the ref!
Going back to the impossible versus 360 shove it, Manny called out after landing the 3 shove that there was no wrap.
No rap!
Which would probably have held more weight if he called it before instead, but either way, Chris performed perfectly on defense after Berra bestowed his comedic genius on the situation.
It's impossible to wrap.
A lot of tricks went down in this 83-turn battle, and apart from the prior heavy maneuvers, Ivan's successful defensive attempt at the backside heel body varial would be the only time someone other than Cole landed the 50% successful trick. Funnily enough, Chris is 100% consistent with backside heel body varials, landing all 4 of his attempts throughout the decade. The back 3 1-foot death blow is a first as far as instances of ending a battle, but it's been landed 11 times out of the 16 total attempts. First appearing in a match when Cole and Joey Brzezinski landed it in their first round Season 3 battle. Oh yeah, and how could I forget Chris Cole's backside 360 kickflip, the trick that won him the second season championship against P-Rod, making an appearance in this battle. The back 3 kickflip's been landed 12 times out of 37, mainly by Cole, but a handful of others have secured a make with the trick, and it's been a death blow 1 time besides Cole's second season title winner, which was in Season 10 when Chris Cole Byrne gave P-Rod post-traumatic back 3 kickflip flashbacks in their round 1 match. Cole now faces hopefully Eric Costin, but it could be Stub-Toe Calamari, and Tyler's round 3 opponent will be either Justin Ladner or Ray Corey.
Dumb Data, dude. I kind of got pissed at Dumb Data for that he said about me in his video. I regret popping off in his comments, but I got really fucking annoyed with him because I thought it was so lame what he said. Here's my thing with Dumb Data is that I think the concept of like breaking down skateboarding into data is like the room for growth on it is really low. Like there's only so many people in skateboarding that will be interested in hearing about like the analysis and the data of skateboarding, because most skateboarders do not give a flying about that kind of shit. Like, what do you think the average skateboarder, like what math class do you think that they got to? Do you know what I'm saying? What did he say? He put in his video, he put a video in like, what was it? He put me in the beginning of his video and like said that there was like no skate drama and like that like my YouTube channel was like not like that skateboard content was not doing well because there was no YouTube drama, and he used those like swag tier list videos like as an example of that. But since his video came out like 5 days ago, and I had done like literally 2 skateboard drama videos since that came out, and then he put he distorted my face and then added a farting sound and said Patreon money made you soft, and I was just so annoyed by that because I was like, earlier on in that video, like his video's called like reacting to Steve Berra or whatever, and Steve Berra mentions him by name and he his shorts. He's like, oh, I don't have any problem with Steve Berra. Steve Berra's awesome. And then like says that I'm like a soft YouTuber. It's like, dude, you're kissing this guy's ass because he name drops you in one YouTube video, and literally A video that I had put out prior to his video was me shitting on Barra for 10 minutes, and he's saying that I'm soft. It's so lame. And it's like, if your joke has to resort to distorting my face and adding a fart sound on it because it has no legs, like...
Hold up.
Sorry to all my younger viewers right now. We're getting major old head speech right now.
I was drinking an ice-cold, refreshing Dr. Pepper the other day.
I'm gonna ask my chick. She got some names of some skateboard tricks. Let's see what happens. Boom.
360.
You're just using me for a joke that doesn't even exist. And it's like, I'm fine like with people talking shit if it's funny. Like, honestly, if it's funny, but like just pulling some whack like bullshit out of your ass that is not based in reality just to like try to get like a cheap laugh from your audience is so lame. It's so fucking lame. Like, that kind of shit just pisses me off, honestly. I thought that was like super uncool to do. It is like, I don't know. It sucks. Like, I'm like, literally, I am fine with people like making fun of me if they do it and it's funny. Like, if your joke has any legs. But that's the thing is like, I've been doing YouTube for barely over a year, and there's already people like trying to figure out how to like say that I am not like that like I'm soft or something because I'm making money, like because I'm making a wage on Patreon, like then like I suck now. It's like, point to an event where I'm like not keeping it 1,000. Like, if you're gonna make a joke about me going soft, like make a joke that's substantiated. Like, every single time I like talk somebody, I will provide evidence. That's the main difference. That's what makes like an interesting content, in my opinion, is like, if you're gonna say something, back it up with some evidence. Like, evidence is not distorting somebody's face and then adding a fart emoji because you have no sense of humor. Like, you're just saying something baselessly. Dumb Data will grow in the YouTube skateboarding scene due to him creating different content on the platform, but it definitely won't last because his content is super shallow. Besides that, I just don't think that he says anything very interesting, personally. It's just lame. Like, it's just super lame. And like, I've been nice to the dude before, but it's like, he's had like this little thing for me and like did a whole video about me, which I'm fine with. Like, do it, like, do your thing. That's cool. I get it. Like, I'm like relevant at the moment or whatever, but do your video. But like, why are you coming for me acting like I'm doing something wrong because I'm not like paying attention to you or something? You know, the photo was funny. I didn't think it was funny at all. I've never done some shit like that where I have to modify somebody's face and then try to embarrass them by adding a fart sound because I don't actually have a joke. I've never done anything like that. That's like some weak, like seriously, like some pussy shit. Like, because you don't actually have anything to say, like that's what you have to resort to. It's lame as fuck. It's so lame. Like, and I regret commenting. I shouldn't have even said anything, but like, it honestly was super lame. And I read some of the comments that like pissed me off. They're like, oh yeah, he is so soft. It's like, how? Like, what am I, how am I soft? It's like the guy you guys are stoked about, like, is literally kissing Steve Barra's ass because he name dropped him. And even if I did, like, hypothetically, like, let's say I am like a sellout or something, at least I sold out for money. At least I'm getting paid. This dude sold out at one name drop and then has the audacity 20 seconds later to come for me. It's like, what are you talking about? So pathetic, dude. Just watch the video. It's like in his I don't want to watch it because it just pisses me off, honestly. It's super lame. And that's why I never did anything with him, because like he asked me to like collab with him. And this is the part of the comment that I shouldn't have brought up. It was very like unprofessional for me to like bring up that he asked me to collab with him, but I brought that up in the comment. I was like, sorry, if I didn't agree to collab with you. Like, maybe once you learn to write a proper joke, then I will. But like, I shouldn't have said that. That was stupid. But that really did like upset me. That's why I haven't ever done anything with him, is because like I don't think that, like, I don't know, he just doesn't like have, I don't like his stuff that much, honestly. No, it's like, because people will say like all I do is like make fun of people. Like I make fun of people for a living. Like that's what I fucking do. I throw people under the bus all day, but I do it in a way where I think that there's like merit and there's like a code that I use. I don't think I've ever like made a joke about somebody that was like unsubstantiated and I couldn't like, it didn't like derive from some like greater meaning. It's just like the thing that he was going for is, oh, now that this guy is popular, that must mean that he's changed. Like that's basically the thing. I got really mad in the moment. I was like, I'm going to fucking put this on Hateline or something. But then I was like, no, that's really stupid. I should not do that. He's pocket watching. I wouldn't even give a fuck if he was and it was like funny, like, and there was a good joke about it, but like he didn't figure out anything funny to say, so he just made a fart sound on my face. Damn, Bay, you got deep. You okay? I just been thinking about that for a while, and like it really bothered me.